Hey Aiden, Coach Mike here. Welcome to your swing analysis video from the cage the other night. I'm going to point some things out here to you. First, I want you to look at that yellow line. What that represents is the flight of the ball. I'm going to go back here and have you look at it. You can see the ball on its way in at the top to the left of the yellow line. I want you to notice something. Right here, the swing looks good, and you actually made contact with this ball, and this looks right there. You'll notice bat on ball. That's exactly what we want. You've engaged totally into your front leg, which is perfect. Your back foot has come up beautifully. That's perfect. And it looks like, again, if we look at that ball on your bat, whoops, right there, that looks like that should be a line drive, and this, by the trajectory of that pitch, this thing should go smoking right out through here. But watch what happens instead. It's kind of hard to see, but watch what happens instead. Instead, this ball gets hit straight up in the air. Now, just keep that in mind for a minute. And now we're going to move forward, and we're going to look at the next pitch. And I want you to look up at the top so you can see the pitch coming in. There it is. All right, I'm going to put that yellow line back there so you can see it again. Okay, watch the ball coming in. Now, when this ball gets to you, you foul it straight back. So the first one you fouled straight up to the left. This one you fouled straight back to the screen. And again, everything looks good. It looks like you're in proper position. You should be able to drill this ball. It's right there. And so I kept watching and trying to figure out what it was, because as I said, everything else looks really good. So here's what I came up with. What I want you to watch is your head, the movement of your head. Watch nothing else but your head. And I want you to notice how much movement there is of your head. Remember, if you had a chance to watch the Pete Rose video I put up, what we would like to pretend is that there is a stake going down through you and pinning you to the floor. And all we want you to do is spin around that stake. In other words, we want it to just look like that around that stake. Now notice your head. If you have that stake going through you, you should not have this much movement of your head. That's an awful lot of movement. I think that might be causing you to miss a little bit. But one other thing that I'm going to point out that I think might help you. Again, I want you to focus on the fact that everything else looks good and you're just barely missing. What I think might help you is this. Notice where your bat and your hands are right now. As we go forward, for you to start the swing, I want you to notice what the very first thing you do is to propel the swing. You go back with your bat and your hands. See that move right there? So that's getting you to actually first step in the bucket, which means you're loading onto that back foot before you get to the front foot. Watch it again. There's that movement backwards as you're stepping forward, and I think that's binding you up just a little bit. So I think an easy fix for this is going to be this. What I would like to see, and I think all the other coaches will probably agree, what we might like to see is to have you start with your shoulders and your hands more back that way and have that bat more upright. Because I think what that's gonna do is, if you start with your hands more back behind you rather than where they are right here, it's not gonna make you feel like you have to propel the bat by taking it back first. See what I mean right there? Right there, that's just a little bit of a hitch that's making you just a little late, and I believe it's causing you to have to jerk your head around quite a bit. So let's focus on getting started. Let's make your starting position about right there. Right there is where I'd like to see that bat, and perhaps a little bit more upright. If you were to start right there and didn't have to hitch to get there, that would just eliminate that little bit of wasted motion, and I think you're all over it, because the swing otherwise is right on it. This was one that was Very hard for me to figure out exactly what it was, but I believe that's it. So keep up the good work and try to fix that.